Welcome in YouTube to another episode of Football Manager 2022. Welcome in, welcome back. Go ahead, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. It really does help push this out to other people's recommended pages if you haven't already hit it. So we're going to be playing WEALDSTONE. We're on the road. Again, obviously must-win situations. We have Paul Mullen back, so that's huge. We're starting Baldic alongside Palmer and Mullen at this point. So we'll see. And we're gonna bring French. We can play all three defensive positions, or all four defensive positions, I should say. This one was a hard-fought decision for me. I just need my goalie to come out and play well. He cannot give up bad goals like he has in a couple games. So here we go. Wrexham is going to start on the defense here. It's WEALDSTONE or Weatherstone? It can't be Weld. Instructions. What? Tactics. Opposition. WEALDSTONE. Okay. I was right. Cancel. Go. So here we go. WEALDSTONE starts with the ball. They're moving it around, looking for that opening early against Wrexham. Wrexham looking to play a better defensive game overall. There's Fade, gets it over to Bollock. Bollock gets the start over Longridge, who Longridge had 3 goals in his last game. There's Fade to Bollock. Bollock to Young. Young back to Fade. Fade looks around. Makes a play, trying to get around the defender, looking for the cross, gets it across to Palmer. Palmer with a header, but stopped by the goalie. What a play by WEALDSTONE's goalie. There's Bollock over to Fade in the 8th minute of this game. Chipped it in. There's Palmer. Palmer gets it back out to Bollock. Bollock looking for the cross, gets it across. No one's there, but Haas will reel it in. Gets it back in. There's Mullen. Paul Mullen back, crosses. Palmer with a header, almost got it in, actually. A little bit off target, So already 2 shots on goal for Wrexham as they're trying to put a lot of pressure here on the road onto WEALDSTONE. Doing a little ASMR, a little water ASMR. Here we go, a little corner kick for Wrexham. Young gets it over to Baldic, who gets it on goal. Oh, unable to convert. That was a tough one for Wrexham. They had the goalie down. Couldn't make a play in front of the goal. Couldn't make the play in front of the goal. Here's a corner kick for WEALDSTONE. Hitting out to Mullen. Mullen will go ahead and try to push forward. He's got a lot of green in front of him, a lot of grass here on the pitch. Mullen gets pushing it forward. Pulls back, gets it across the pitch to the other side to Haas. Haas looks to dump it in. He's looking for somebody in the box. No one there. Brings it along the right side. Crosses over to Mullen. Mullen unable to do anything with it. Paul Mullen coming back again from injury. Hayden goes ahead and steals the ball in the middle of the field to Palmer. Palmer gets it to Young. Young will get it back to Jones. Jones over to Tozer. Tozer will move it forward to Jones. Jones over to Haas. Haas up the sideline again. Looking for somebody to cross it to. Crosses it over to Palmer. Palmer with a header. Just off center there. Here we are. Haas centers to Mullen in the 31st minute. Young steals the ball. Gets out of Palmer. Palmer over to Baldic. Baldic looking. Slips it in. Big shot on goal by Palmer, but Palmer unable to convert. So here we go. Clock continues to run. 7 shots now by Wrexham. 1 was on target. Here we go. Fade will inbound the ball to Young. Young gets it over to Baldic. Baldic looking to center here in the 44th minute of the game to Palmer. Palmer heads it, but it goes over the net. Again, most of the season, Wrexham has just been slightly off. Just slightly off as we go into halftime. Wrexham, WEALDSTONE tied 0-0. 9 shots, but the defense is playing really well for Wrexham, only allowing 1 shot on goal, despite the possession being against them. So let's see how they play here. And here we go. Wrexham will start the second half. They need to start putting some pressure on the other team here. We need to start putting some more pressure on WEALDSTONE. We need to start putting the ball in the back of the net. Palmer and Baldick are both sucking wind out there, which is why I brought Ponticelli and Longridge. And I believe Alfie is on the bench as well. Fade bringing it up, gets it stolen, but there's Baldick to reel it back in. Fade over to Young. Young gets it back to Hayden. Hayden looks around, gets it to Young. Young unable to do anything, gets tripped. Looking around for the ref. Baldick gets it over to Mullen, but Mullen ain't unable to control the ball. Of course, Mullen is trying to shake off a little bit of that rust. And unfortunately, the team has missed him for a couple months of the season. And it's tough when you are paying that much to a star player and he's not there. So, but team has responded a little bit, but would have been better. There's Tozer stealing the ball, gets it ahead to Palmer. Palmer in the middle of the field, gets it ahead to Baldick. Baldick's got some room, trying to get past the defense, unable to. Looking to cross the ball here. Nope, gets it back out to Fade. Fade looks around, gets it into Baldick, slips it in, looking for that cross. Nothing there. Back to Fade. Fade will get it over to Young. Young gets it to Jones. Jones will move it over to Haas. Haas looking in the box. No real opportunity. They're being patient. As I said, that almost has the ball taken away. Slips it over to Palmer. Palmer tries to slip one past. And WEALDSTONE kicks it out of bounds. That will be a throw-in for Wrexham. 2 shots on target today for Wrexham. There's a nice play by Hayden. Gets the ball out to Baldick. Baldick over to Fade. Fade will try to push this one forward. Here in the 62nd minute of the game, approaching the 63rd minute. All the way up. This is not where you want to see your defender go. Crosses to Palmer. Palmer puts the header on and unable to convert. No. Fade will go ahead and inbound the ball. Again, I gotta do a little here in the 66th minute. I gotta do better with my substitutions. Palmer is sucking wind. He's gone. Do we want Alfie on that side? Yeah, for Baldick. And then Fade. There's my 3 subs. Pretty early. Like how making all 3 substitutions this early. Obviously, Leighton is out, so that gives him another bench spot instead of carrying the extra goalie. Over to Fade. Fade gets into the middle of the field to Jones. Jones gets it to O'Connor. O'Connor will get it over to Palmer. Palmer gets it to Haas. Haas will get it over to Jones. Jones gets it back to Haas. Haas is looking for the cross. He's got it over to Baldick. Baldick is open. Big header, but unable to convert. But that will do it for Baldick. That will do it for Palmer. Longridge and Ponticelli come in. Stolen away. There it is. Haas gets it out ahead to Mullen. Mullen will get it back to Hayden. Hayden surveils the field and gets it to Tozer. Tozer boots it ahead to Jones. Jones over to Haas. Haas gets it to Mullen. Mullen out of position right now. Jones chips it into Haas. Haas is behind the defender. Can he put it? No. Oh. Big play, though, by the defense of WEALDSTONE. There it is, ahead to Mullen. Mullen's got an opening, chips it to him. He scores his 8th goal of the season. Let's see if he was onside. We're waiting for the confirmation from the official. If that stands, that's a huge goal for Wrexham. Tozer with a nice play, gets it into Mullen. Chipped towards the goal by Mullen, and it looks like it's going to stand. It does. So Wrexham takes a late lead, 1-0. At this point, you kind of just want to play keep away, but here's a corner kick by O'Connor. It'd be great to get an insurance goal here in the 73rd minute of the game. Headed forward, but unable to put it in. Tozer with a big shot on goal. And that is just knocked out of bounds, unfortunately. 18 shots on goal by Wrexham. This is the style of play that we saw in the preseason. There's Tozer, gets out to no one in particular. Just trying to get it away from his goal at this point. Here in the 81st minute. As Wealdstone moves the ball around, they are looking for that. They're desperate to look for that opening. There's one. Lloyd. And there's a stop by Barnes. They were offsides. Good. Excellent. Ball goes back to Wrexham. Here we go with 3 minutes of added time. We're in the 89th minute of this game. Let's see how this plays out. Hayden gets it ahead to no one in particular. This is where Wrexham needs to tighten up, and they need to get it to each other, and they just need to run this clock out. Along the side, looking for a cross. Nice defense by Matthews. Matthews coming up and getting the ball out of bounds, forcing the corner kick. Nice low kick, but it gets headed out. Nice job by O'Connor. And there's a throw in. I believe that's going to be to Wealdstone. I thought the dude just kicked it out of bounds, but I guess not. Gets it back, chips it in. There's Brown. Brown looks to chip it to Jessup. Jessup scores on a bad goal given up by Wrexham here in the 90th minute of the game. We're heading into the 91st. Dang it. Let's see if anybody was potentially out of offsides. Nope. Nope. They're all onside. That's going to count. And we're all tied up at 1. Oh no. Steal the ball. Steal the ball. Steal the ball. It's in the box. You don't want a penalty in the box, and that's going to be it. It's all over. Free time or full time is done. It's a 1-1 tie, and that is a heartbreaker for Wrexham, as that looks like it was going to be a win. Unfortunately, they can't hold on. It's tough. Went from 3 points down to 1. And we're now 9 behind. We're still 9 behind Notts County. If we had just picked up the win, we'd be 7 points out of first. But go ahead and hit that like button if you're new to the channel. And if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. Talk to you later, YouTube. Bye-bye.